Hello all you lovely internet people, what is up? My name is LashofSnow and this is...
Matt?
Spokes Doctor.
Yeah, that too.
And we decided to do a little kind of informal chat about the Warcraft movie. And I thought about doing this on my own, but I thought it would be good to get another Warcraft fan's point of view. So as this is a review of the movie, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear the movie or you don't want to hear anything that happens in the movie, then
just don't watch it.
Just go somewhere else. There's plenty of other videos on the channel. I appreciate the view for this one, and I will see you next time. Before it was released in the UK, which was 30th, which was Monday past, it got not a lot of good reviews, to be honest.
Oh well.
From critics anyway.
Oh well, lots of game movies are like that.
Critics basically, oh this shit is too this way and too this way and too boring, whatever else.
Too much CGI.
Yep. But in my head, how can you create a world that doesn't exist without CGI?
Well, that has been done before.
Aye, years ago, but it's probably easier to do because CGI now though. Costs a lot more money, but sure.
Yeah.
That was the critics' reviews.
Key thing is never listen to critics. It always has to be a drama with them.
As of Monday, it had 8.1 on IMDb, so that's an excellent review from about 15,000 actual fans who don't get paid to just be arseholes. So it has a good review, and anything over 7 on IMDb tends to be a good movie, and it has 8.1, so thumbs up for that. So we're just going to kind of do a brief little chat through of little points in the movie and what was the best and what was, the worst and shit. So, first up we'll start with first impressions. Overall, what did you think?
I thought it was a very good. I thought they did the Orcs really well. Very detailed, and the characters were good. I mean, I liked the characters from all sides. I mean, even the bad guys, you just couldn't help but like them. Definitely. And the setting was good, and I mean the Stormwind itself was just breathtaking to look at. And all in all, I just thought it was a really well done, and it stuck to the lore very well and stuck to what the game is. So, and it was a good way of introducing people who don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, I will agree with you. Stormwind did look pretty awesome, as it was the main kind of city you've seen. And that was it's not really where all the focus was around, because it was more off a bit more. But Stormwind was pretty impressive. I was actually flying through Stormwind this morning and I seen the cathedral and I thought, oh yeah, that's amazing. That's the big thing that sticks out in the overview shots of the...
And the castle.
And plus we've seen Ironforge.
Oh yes, of course. Well, we saw the outside and a bit of the inside, but...
The outside looked kind of cool because it looks exactly as it does in the game.
Yeah, and of course cool for you because it was covered in snow.
Yeah. So overall, first impressions were pretty awesome. The trailers that were released kept... The first one that came, it was like, oh okay. It was a kind of a short one. Then the second one was a big kind of theatrical trailer. And it came the same day as the Legion announcement. So it would have been last August or something. But when it fell, it was like, fucking hell, this is going to be awesome. And then in the last few weeks, they've just kind of kept putting out more and more little teasers for individual characters and stuff. You see a little bit more of the movie each time. I thought, this is going to be awesome.
Bit of Lothar, bit of Durotan, bit of Corona.
So that pretty much wraps up first impressions. I know it was kind of brief, but that was the point of the video. Anyways, on to the biggest scene in the movie in your opinion.
Ooh, the biggest scene. Well, probably the biggest scene would be at the very start when the Orcs are making their way, are just going through the portal, and they're just going through this big sort of like
purgatory place.
Yeah. Well, when baby Thrall was born, and he was pretty much dead. But then Gul'dan comes along, and he actually brings it back to life using the Fel power, I think it was called, and that explains the reason about why he's actually green.
Yeah, because it doesn't really go into that in the game lore, does it?
Well, not really, because originally Orcs were supposed to be green, and then they just changed it to make them naturally brown.
But then, I suppose.
Well, change the lore, I mean.
You just automatically assume that Thrall was green because he was born around that time of the Fell Bloodlust.
Mm.
So you kind of, he was obviously green. But now there's a reason why. But I kind of agree along the same lines as you. The biggest thing in my view was the fact that you seen little brown Thrall becoming green Thrall.
Mm.
And it had all to do with Gul'dan. That was awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, can we just say, how fucking insane does Gul'dan look in this movie?
Yeah, well,
like, holy shit.
definitely on the psychopathic side.
Well, at that point I suppose he wouldn't have been an old man. He is now, or was he still then?
Well, I'm not sure, but I never understood. I never understood that. He's always limping everywhere, and then all of a sudden he just gets all
throws everything, and he's a fucking tank.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, this guy's massive. I didn't realise that those spikes grew out of Gul'dan's back.
Me neither.
I thought they were just like a shoulder piece that he always wore.
Well, maybe that's just a bit of the film rather than game.
There you go. So your biggest scene was the orcs coming through the portal.
Yeah.
Mine was seeing how Baby Thrall became green and became Green Jesus. So moving on to the best scene in the movie.
Well, I'd probably say that the best scene would be the final battle of the film,
okay.
where the human army was charging at the orcs, and it was just a crazy battle going on, and humans coming in with all their wee boom guns.
Oh yeah, the boomsticks. That was class.
Yeah.
Especially that bit at the beginning, where Lothar's all, what the hell's this thing? Oh, it's a boomstick. Okay.
Yeah, and he's oh yeah, and he actually blew off Black Hand.
Yes, Black Hand's hand.
Yeah, which was another good thing. The fight between, well, it was short, but
yeah, that was annoying. The fact that was so short, it felt almost as if, right, well, we have to get this in, get it in, and get it on.
Well, if we're lucky, maybe they'll put in an extended version.
I mean, to me, I know Lothar was a warrior and Black Hand was a fell-infused beast, but it seems that was far too quick.
Mm.
Fair enough, he, got a sword between the legs, and then he got a sword through himself.
Yeah.
But surely to me, that wouldn't have dropped a fell-infused mental orc.
Well, you saw the way that the sword come in. Maybe he didn't go for the legs. Maybe he went for something else.
It just seemed that Black Hand, for being such a big character in this movie, just fell very, very quickly.
Yeah, and it was weird because it was actually, in the original story, it was Orgrim who killed Black Hand, not Lothar.
And in this movie, Orgrim went a bit off. I thought, oh no.
But he redeemed himself.
Yeah, in the end. Battering people.
Mm.
I kind of like, there was a lot of little comedic feels to it.
Yeah.
Like every now and then he'd be very serious, and then, at the scene where is it Agra or Draka gets away, and then Orgrim's just standing there watching. It's very serious, and then the guy comes running up, and just goes,
yep.
It's like, Doomhammer looks fucking massive in this movie.
Mm.
I mean the actual hammer.
Yep.
I mean when you see it in game with Thrall, unless Thrall's like 15 times the size of Orgrim originally was, the Doomhammer's got a lot smaller.
Well, yeah. Can't always be accurate.
So my favourite scene in the movie was Gul'dan opening the portal. I quite like the big kind of holy shit, what's happening here.
Yeah.
And as you said previously, with your biggest scene, all the orcs kind of rushing through the portal.
Yeah.
That just gave me goosebumps. I thought, holy shit, this is class. Because you actually see the portal's inception.
Mm.
And it's not exactly where I thought it would have came through on the Azerothian side. Because with the games and with the lore, that Medivh's on the other side, kind of coaxing them through.
Yeah.
But then for them to crawl out of basically what was like a pond, it's like, oh, okay, odd.
Oh well.
Obviously Medivh go a bit mental too, which is always fun. What the hell was that big giant fucking demon thing that big giant stone that was Medivh's body?
Big giants. Oh, the golem?
It felt really weird.
Well, it was supposed to be. Well, at the start of the film, he said he was creating it to to help around the place, or sort of be like a bodyguard.
That's right. Also, when Medivh started to kind of wander away, who was that came through? Do you think that was... Who was it that that it took over Medivh? Was it Gul'dan or Cigars? The way they kind of sat in him until...
No,
do you reckon that was one of them at the end when he got massively big and demonish?
I just thought that might have just been him being corrupted.
With the big spiky things out of his chin and stuff.
Yeah, that's what that's supposed to do. You like it to Gul'dan.
But at the end of his kind of story, when he became this big, massive, big red fucking demon thing, before he kind of collapsed under the weight of the golem, I thought, hold on, is this maybe Gul'dan or Cigars? I thought, is that maybe one of them coming through because he kind of...
I wouldn't think so. I mean, nobody... I mean...
Might be reading too much into it.
Yeah. I mean, none of the fans would know who those guys are.
That's true, they would have to be explained.
Yeah.
But then that could have been a nod to game players. It's like, this might be this person. Meh. So, worst scene in the movie.
Ooh,
I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
My worst scene, and it kind of involves your best scene. In your best scene, that big whole battle at the end. In the lore and in the game, we know that Corona kills King Lane.
Yeah.
That's fine. That happened. But what I didn't like the way it happened. It's like Lane just decided, right, you need to do this in order for you to get big and become, big in this clan and be a peacemaker effectively.
Well,
While in the game, she was controlled by Gul'dan and done it through him. I preferred it the old way.
Well, that's part of the. I think that's part of the drama that that's that Lane made her do it so that not only it would save her life, but she could also manipulate the Horde and try to stop Gul'dan and make peace.
That's the only thing that kind of offed me was I thought it's like la la la, yeah, I like this all the way to the end, and then I thought, what? What? Hold on, what? You have to do this? No. It was never done like that. This controlled this to kill this. That's just the big... I suppose it's dramatic effect.
Yeah, and films aren't always going to be the same.
So,
but I don't really have a bit I hate, but there was one thing
I hate. Just a scene you thought...
Well, there wasn't any scenes I didn't like, but what I didn't like were the look of the elves. I mean, they looked too... I mean, the dwarves were okay, but the elves just looked weird.
Yeah, they did look a bit strange.
I mean, when you think of the elves from Lord of the Rings, I mean, they look okay, but the elves from this one, they look like I mean, they actually look like they just got the masks on with the wee lights.
Oh yeah, though I didn't like them, and I suppose it adds to the effect that all the mages in the Cairn Tor have magical glowing eyes.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I can see why it was done in the movie, but that's not how it is in the game. They're just normal looking people in the game, But again, poetic license, and you can change it up a little bit for the movie to add a bit more all-roundedness.
Mm-hmm.
So, kind of similar to the first point. Overall, what did you think?
Oh, overall, I enjoyed the film. It was a lot different in a lot of things. Like, for instance, the alliance wasn't actually formed until the Second War, but apparently in here it has been formed. So I'm wondering if maybe this is going to go a bit different from the original lore. I mean, is the Horde going to push up into the? Is the war going to end? Is Stormwind going to fall, or is that just going to be? They're just going to sort of amalgamate the two wars into one. For the film, if they're going to make a sequel.
But then a lot has to happen in the Second War. Was it the Second or the Third War that the Orcs got as far up as Gul'dan as?
It was the second one, I think.
The second one.
The third one, they just went over to Kalimdor.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's easy to remember, I suppose. Overall, I thought it was a pretty awesome film. I sat from beginning to end, bar that little Corona Lane bit, just like an ultimate fucking fanboy. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. look at that axe. Holy fuck, look at the size of Doomhammer. Holy shit, look at the size of those orcs. And by the way, how big was that fucking Frostwolf?
It was big.
It was almost as big as Durotan. It's like, holy bollocks. That
Sure.
is huge.
Sure, you see the bit where the Durotan and Ogrim were actually riding on horses? I mean, that looked weird.
One thing I liked, at the very beginning, where you see Durotan and Draka just actually being normal.
Mm.
I mean, you never see an orc laugh. Orcs are very serious kind of arrays, but...
Well, no, they do laugh, but usually when you see them laugh, it's when they've actually killed somebody.
But it was... I kind of liked that. It felt a bit uncomfortable for me because I thought, this is weird. I thought, orcs don't play with each other. It's just like, you do this gets done, end of it. But it was kind of nice to see that tender side of an orc too, because Durotan was a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to... I mean, when you think of orcs, everyone just assumes that they're violent, but there is a good side to them. Like near the start of the film where the Frostwolves wouldn't take part in capturing humans.
Mm. See, they were decent.
Yeah. The green ones weren't so much.
I like the way that whole Durotan story built up for this big dramatic release where he basically died.
Mm.
And he had the life sucked out of him, and then everybody thought, hey, what the fuck's happening here?
Yeah, Gul'dan's cheating.
Yeah. Matt Gra was like, no, we'll just use other powers. Nope, you big fucking...
Gul'dan pretty much just shot himself in the foot.
That's when everything started to kind of, oh shit. So then that kind of is the way it keeps going, is it not? That kind of happened a little bit.
Well, no, you see,
They're taking bits from the second and third into the first.
Well, you see, what happened originally was that Gul'dan controlled Black Hand, but then Ogrim killed Doomhammer, and then Gul'dan had no choice but to serve...
Ogrim killed Black Hand, you mean?
Yeah.
Because Ogrim didn't kill himself.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know what I mean. And Gul'dan had no choice but to serve
Ogrim, and then he fucked about with him for a while.
Well, no, he didn't really fuck about with him, but he was working behind the scenes trying to find the tomb of Sargeras, and he started a civil war in which he was eventually killed.
And then that's when everybody started being driven back to Blackrock.
Mm-hmm.
Then death of Ogrim, death of Lothar.
Death of Lothar. Ogrim came after it. When,
but that's what I mean, they're both dead.
Yeah.
They both died around that area at the same time.
No.
No?
Ogrim died in the... During theirs, I think he died when Thrall was fully grown, and he was freeing the orcs from the internment camps.
Oh, in Darnhold?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Ogrim died around about that time.
Right, okay.
And that's how Thrall got his hammer.
That we will get in Legion.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, overall, it was a pretty awesome movie, and it is clearly teed up for a sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the whole battle and the thing in the end just was kind of left.
Mm.
And then Baby Thrall floating down a river and gets picked up by, what do you call him, Lord Black something?
Blackmore.
Blackmore, that's it. The guy who rules in Darnhold.
Yeah.
So now Thrall goes... Does he get trained but is still captured?
Well, I think originally he wanted to turn Thrall into the perfect warrior.
Nah.
One who was comprised of human thinking, but with the savagery of an orcish heart.
Okay, there we go. So if you know your lore, you'll know eventually where Thrall's story goes, but maybe that'll be...
Slightly different in the films.
It'll be teed up, it's teed up perfectly for a second movie. If that gets approved, excellent. When it'll come, who the fuck knows? It's taken nearly, I don't even know how many fucking years to get here. But the game is 12 years old this year.
Mm.
And this takes from Warcraft, the original game. So the movie's taken about 20 years or so to kind of get fully conceptualized and fully developed, and then there we go.
Yeah.
So maybe in another 20 years we'll get War 2. So a rating out of, say, 10.
Well, I'd probably have to give it... me personally, I'd give it an 8.
8? I'd be around the same. I would have given it a bit higher, but there's just a few wee things annoyed me, but overall it was a pretty awesome movie. It really was.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, go and fucking see it, because why the hell not? It's awesome.
Even if you don't know the story about it, you'll still enjoy it.
And you'll learn. But that does not mean it's an educational movie. Don't not see it because you think it's educational. Oh, I don't want to go and see a movie that's going to teach me something.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Oh, people don't like that. We're not all brain boxes, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
So, there we go. Our brief little chatty review of Warcraft, and I'm sure we made perfect sense.
We hope.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, go see it now. It has been in the UK for
a week.
5 days.
Yeah.
5 days. Seen it on Monday. You seen it last night, so you're a lot fresher. You just came off that Warcrafty movie high. Plus, if you're a game player, up until I think it's like the 7th or something of June, you get, or no, it won't be the 17th maybe, because up until about the 17th June, you get free transmog in game, which is awesome. You get an axe, you get Gul'dan's staff, you get an alliance big fancy fucking sword. That was Lane's sword.
And a shield.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So if you play, get in. If you like the movie, excellent. So, from myself, from Spugs, until I see you lovely people next Wednesday, have a good time. I've been LashofSnow, and that's pretty much us. So,
Bye bye.
for the Horde.
For your eyes.
For the Horde!